Hey, this is Cedric West, and thank you for watching my video as we discuss the new stimulus bill. So you may know that the Senate they passed the bill earlier this week, and now as of today, the House they passed the bill, and the President Trump he signed the bill into law. Now I had the liberty to read the bill in its entirety, but I'm only speaking, and this video is only speaking more about the direct stimulus checks that I've seen so many posts on social media, so much information about it, because everyone, a lot of people are expecting to receive that stimulus check. I've seen mixed views about it, but I'm not going to talk about that in particular. I'm just going to speak to you just a high level views about the bill. Now, um, what the bill states is that individuals, for when it comes to the stimulus checks, individuals whose adjusted gross income is $75,000 or less, they will receive up to $1,200 in the stimulus check, and in addition to that, they will receive $500 per child. And they based on all this information, either your 2018 or your 2019 tax return. Okay, and if you're in a position where you have not filed your 2018, or if you haven't filed both years, you need to go ahead and get that in now before they start to roll out the stimulus checks if you qualify. Now, when it comes to married couples, everything just double. So, for example, for singles, you will receive $1,200, but for married couples, you will receive $2,400, and you will have to your adjusted gross income has to be $150,000 or less. Okay. Now, you may have some individuals who may be you may be making 80,000 if you're single, 80,000, 85,000, and your first thought may say, well, I don't make less than $75,000, so I don't receive that stimulus check. However, you do. It won't be the full amount, but it's going to be like a prorated amount based on your level of income. Now, if you are single and you make over $99,000, then you won't qualify for that stimulus check. And same thing with married couples. If you make over $198,000, then you won't be eligible for the stimulus check. Now, there are different scenarios as well that may plays into this. What if you're an individual who falls into the category of, well, what if I make more money in 2020 than I did in 2019? So what if I qualify for that 2019 stimulus check, but my income in 2020 shows that I'm higher. So what the stimulus bill states is that you don't have to pay that back. Okay, and then another benefit that they added to that is that that income is not taxable. Okay, it's not subject to taxes because they want to make sure that they stimulate the economy as much as possible. They don't want to. The ideal is not to have any strings attached to the stimulus check. Just know that you're going to receive it. You're going to receive the check. You don't have to pay it back, and in addition to that, it's not subject to tax. Now, I'm not saying that other things may come out later on that may offset that. It could be something entirely different. We don't know, but as of right now, as the bill stated, um, that's what it is. You're not subject to tax, and you don't have to pay it back if you qualify for the check now. But then in 2020, if you receive the raise, then you don't have to pay that back. And then in addition to that, you may ask, well, how do I get paid? How what information is the IRS looking at in order to send me my check? So if you do qualify for the stimulus check, then they're gonna look at your 2018 tax return, okay, and or your 2019 tax return if you file your 2019 tax return already. Now, just say you're in a position where you haven't filed either of those years, they're gonna take the information that's filed with the Social Security Administration to issue you your check. Now, if you have not received a refund in the last 2 years, or if you have not indicated that the IRS direct deposit the refunds to your account, then they're going to mail you a check, which could take a few weeks, a few months, because naturally checks are slower than direct deposit. But if you, for example, just say you file your 2018 tax return and you change banks and you haven't filed your 2019 tax return yet, I highly suggest that you go ahead and file your 2019 tax return now, so that way you can be in the best position to receive your stimulus check if you qualify for that. Okay. So as a recap, I just want to talk about what I just stated before. If you're individual, for single individuals, it's 1,200 plus $500 per child, and your adjusted gross income has to be less than 75,000. For married, you're going to receive 2,400 plus $500 per child, and your adjusted gross income has to be less than 150,000 if you want to receive the full amount. Now, if you make above $75,000 and you're single and below $99,000, you will receive a portion. You won't receive the full amount, but you receive a portion on that, and that's just based on your adjusted gross income. But if you're single, if you make over $99,000, then you phase out. If you're married, and if your adjusted gross income is over 198,000, then you phase out of that as well. But that's all the information that I have in regards to that. Please, if you have not done so, I cannot stress this enough. You want to be in the best position to receive your stimulus check. So just go ahead and get your 2018 and 2019 taxes filed. If you don't have a tax professional to file your tax returns, we do specialize in taxes. One of my key strengths is taxes, tax strategies for individuals and owners. So go ahead and give us a call. We could walk through you. We could go through the process to go ahead and file your 2019 and 2018 tax returns. I will have my link below. I mean, my information is below. So go ahead and give us a call. You can shoot us shoot us a text by messenger. Shoot us an email. My information is all below. I'll sign up for a 15-minute free consultation call so that we can go ahead and get your tax returns filed, so that way you can be in the best position to receive your stimulus check. And last thing I want to say too is that we know that this is an unprecedented time. We don't know the duration. We don't know exactly how long it's going to take. But the Treasury Secretary did state that they would like the first payments to be issued within 3 weeks of the bill being signed. So today it's March 27th. So hopefully within 3 weeks we can start to see the first wave of these stimulus checks. Most likely the deposits will be rolling out within 3 weeks. But we know sometimes, logistically speaking, that may not be the case. But this is a time where anything can happen. And I just want to say that definitely this should be, if you're in a position where you may have lost your job, or you don't have another stream of income, this is the time now that to start to build that additional stream of income. Okay. Use this money wisely. Again, we don't know how long this is going to last. Tomorrow, next week, the numbers could shoot up. I mean, everyone's not being tested. I mean, we just don't know. And we just don't know how long this is going to last. Hopefully sooner than later. But, most likely I think it could be later, and it could be sooner. But, just stay home, listen to your local and state government. If they say stay at home, just stay home as much as possible so that we can go ahead and, pass this hump. We don't know what to expect. A lot of people, you may have lost your jobs, and now you don't have your main source of income. So save every bit of income that you do receive. Don't spend it on unnecessary items. Spend it on, food and shelter. Just focus on that. We know that you got to have a life too. There's something that you want to purchase, but right now, just focus on food and shelter and providing for your family. Definitely stay safe. Make sure you wear all the protective gear, as possible if you go out to the store. And definitely listen up and listen to your health, listen to your body. If there's anything that feels wrong, definitely go to the doctor as soon as possible and stay safe. So hopefully this information provide you some clarity when it comes to the stimulus bill. And then there's a few points that I wanted to note as well. If you owe back taxes, you will still receive your check. Now, in addition to that, I have heard that and I had some resources to back that up as well. If you owe child support, okay, there's a high chance that you may not receive the stimulus check. Again, they can make amendments, they can change it, but as of right now, that's where it stands. So if you owe child support, there's a high chance that you may not receive it. But if you owe back taxes to the IRS, then you will receive that stimulus check if you qualify for that. Okay, thank you. If you have any questions, as I stated before, shoot me an email, message me, give me a call, set up some time to speak with me so that we can go ahead and file your taxes for you. Or if you have any questions when it comes to the small business loan, I do have a separate video with that, so watch out for that video. So if you're in that predicament and if you want to know what you need to do in that regard, go ahead and watch the other video. I have some other videos coming out as well. Thank you.